Ouch! Hands and wrists hurting again? Oh, soreness and tingling in your fingers? Is pain in your hands, wrists, or forearms slowing you down? Or even interfering with your job? Well, you can't just ignore it because it won't go away. If you experience tingling or loss of feeling in your fingers or thumbs, weakness or pain in your hands, wrists, or forearms, you may be suffering from a common painful condition, carpal tunnel syndrome. Carpal tunnel syndrome sends thousands of American workers home every year and affects millions more who may be unaware of the cause or simply try to ignore the pain. Until now, treating the pain meant paralyzing braces or splints, steroid injections, or even painful invasive surgery. But now there's a better solution, the Carpal Solution.
It's a very easy solution. I don't have to go to the doctor. I don't have to call for a prescription. I don't have to do anything but open the package and put them on.
I tried the Carpal Solution, and within 2 to 3 days, I probably had at least an 80% change in my hands. It was drastic.
It's only been 4 nights, and I'm seeing a marked improvement.
I don't have to wear it during the day. I can wear it at night, sleep at night. It's very lightweight.
I'm a worship and missions pastor in Northport, Alabama. I've been wearing rigid wrist splints on my wrists for about 6 months when a combination of working on the computer here at the church, playing my various instruments, and doing some remodeling projects around the house left my hands numb even inside of the rigid wrist splints. My doctors were talking surgery, and after going through physical therapy and some other treatment options, I finally turned to Carpal Solution. I ordered it off the internet, and the first day after I'd worn them that night, my hands felt looser, my wrists felt looser, and the numbness started going away. The effects that I felt were almost immediate. But on those rough days when I've used my hands a lot, I turned to Carpal Solution.
Now I can say that because of the Carpal Solution that I've used for the 6-week program that it comes with initially for both the left and the right hands, I have not had a problem with my hands with numbness, tingling, loss of strength, anything like that in probably 4 or 5 months at this point. People that have gone and have used it have come back to me and said, "This is great, thank you so much." Really made a huge difference. I was signed up for surgery. I was in 2 orthopedist offices last week, and it's given them some of their life back. And for me, it's made all the difference in the world, only because now I don't wake up thinking, okay, am I going to make it through the day without having to stop? Am I going to, jeopardize, my work or someone's health potentially because I can't feel what's happening, or I can't, grab or have the strength to do what I need to do? And thank God, everything's been terrific. This is a great product, and I will continue to use it as well as recommend it to my patients.
The Carpal Solution is revolutionizing the way to treat the symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome with fast, easy, overnight relief, with no surgery, no drugs, no immobilizing arm devices, not even a messy cream.
I think it is actually a solution to having carpal tunnel, and I'm really glad that I have tried the product because now I don't have pain in my wrist anymore.
I can't believe it. This is the only product that has ever helped me.
I'm a much happier person. Getting rid of some pain makes a big difference in your life.
Don't live in the pain and agony. Go for Carpal Solution and use it.
And as you're about to find out, the Carpal Solution actually works to relieve your symptoms while you sleep. Learn how to take your life back with your own hands and get fast, easy relief for your hand and wrist pain right here, right now, on this special edition of Incredible Discoveries.
Hello and welcome to Incredible Discoveries. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm Jim Rose.
Jim, watch this. Looks easy, right?
Yeah.
Unless you're suffering from carpal tunnel strain or carpal tunnel syndrome. Then just this simple movement, something many of us take for granted, becomes agonizing. Then dialing the phone, typing, unlocking doors, even buttoning your shirt is unbearable.
You've probably heard about carpal tunnel strain or syndrome. For the past 2 decades, carpal tunnel syndrome has been one of the most serious musculoskeletal disorders affecting American workers as a result of repetitive motion injury on the job. Maybe you're one of the millions who has been diagnosed and sought treatment, or maybe you're afraid to really think about the pain in your fingers, hands, and wrists, hoping that maybe, just maybe, it'll go away.
Right, well, unfortunately, chances are that tingling sensation in your fingers, that numbness in your thumbs, that aching in your wrist, the problem that's causing you to drop objects or lose your grip on things might be carpal tunnel strain or syndrome.
But don't panic. While it's important to see your doctor to determine just what's going on, you don't have to be afraid of what comes next. That's because it relieves carpal tunnel syndrome and no longer has to mean wearing paralyzing arm splints, ingesting oral medications, injecting steroids, or undergoing painful and expensive nerve repair surgery. Now, relieving the pain caused by carpal tunnel strain or syndrome can be as simple as sleeping through the night. Introducing the Carpal Solution.
It's the world's first flexible, non-binding, soft tissue reshaping therapeutic device that actually works while you sleep.
That's right. While you sleep, the Carpal Solution offers rapid relief of the painful symptoms you experience.
To put Carpal Solution on at bedtime and to lay down and go to sleep and not have the worry with my hands, and to wake up the next morning feeling more refreshed than you have in a long time, it's really a wonderful product, Carpal Solution is.
I don't even feel it's on half the time, and I can sleep comfortably at night. And in the morning, I take it off, and I go about my business during the day.
I think the best part of the Carpal Tunnel Solution is definitely being able to wear it at night. It doesn't interfere with your daily routine. It doesn't feel like you're wearing anything on your wrist.
The Carpal Solution is making it possible to take back your life with your own hands.
Designed by a physician whose wife developed carpal tunnel syndrome, the Carpal Solution works gently and overnight to relieve your pain.
But to understand how the Carpal Solution works, you really need to know what carpal tunnel syndrome is. And to explain this, we asked Dr. Michelle Robin, an expert in health and wellness and founder of Your Wellness Connection in Shawnee, Kansas, to share her expertise with us.
First of all, you have to understand what carpal tunnel is. And what it is at the base of your wrist, you have carpal bones as well as other soft tissue, and you have the transverse carpal ligament that runs across that and links all the bones together. Inside, it forms the actual carpal tunnel, which runs the median nerve as well as all the tendons that help flex the fingers and the thumb. What happens is that median nerve controls the signals from the brain to the hand and helps your body with the muscle control as well as the sensations and feelings. What happens when you actually start experiencing carpal tunnel syndrome, it's because of the swelling around the median nerve that runs through that tunnel we were talking about that gets affected because of all the repetitive use of your hands. How people can know they are experiencing carpal tunnel symptoms would be, first of all, tingling at night, numbness in their hands. They'll actually start to drop things. They won't be able to open bottles like they used to be able to open. As well as what they'll notice is a lot of tenderness in their forearm. That's even the pre symptoms if people are real mindful of that. You know, what's important with it that makes it even a really hard condition is people start to lose sleep. And when they start to lose sleep because of the numbness and tingling in their hands, it can also create other health hazards, high blood pressure, depression. As we all know, depression's rampant in our country. The traditional way to treat carpal tunnel has been physical therapy, wrist splints that are uncomfortable, anti-inflammatory medication, possibly some massage. When that fails, traditional medicine, what we do is we give corticosteroid shots, and then we also consider surgery, which is only 50 to 60% of the time is going to be effective. I came across one of my physician colleagues who had been treating carpal tunnel with this new Carpal Solution, and I was able to talk to him when I was treating some cases I didn't know what to do. I said, you know, I'm having some failure on these cases. I know that traditionally the treatments are not effective. Do you have any great ideas? He said, Michelle, I've been using this Carpal Solution. I've had great results. People are coming back with less pain, they're recovering faster, and they're not having to take medications. Not only have I recommended to people to use it, I personally have used the Carpal Solution because I use my hands repetitively day in, day out. I use it on a hand wellness program. Many people wait till they get a diagnosis, and I personally have not been diagnosed with carpal tunnel syndrome. However, I have had hand issues throughout the years because of my profession. So I try to wear the Carpal Solution a couple times a month for prevention, and it helps me keep the strength in my hands, and also I experience less pain and irritation.
Now we're going to give everyone at home a chance to learn more about putting the Carpal Solution to work overnight for you.
The award-winning Carpal Solution is revolutionizing the way to treat carpal tunnel syndrome in your own home with fast, easy, overnight relief with no surgery, no drugs, no immobilizing arm devices, not even a messy cream. And the US FDA registered Carpal Solution actually works to relieve your symptoms while you sleep. Before you ingest or inject side effect-laden steroids or undergo painful invasive surgery that costs thousands and isn't even guaranteed to work, take the Carpal Solution Challenge. The Carpal Solution is different from any over-the-counter treatment you may have tried. The simple act of wearing this amazing, non-restrictive, non-invasive device while you sleep will give you back the freedom of pain-free fingers, hands, and wrists, the freedom to work and play again as you please, which includes a copy of the groundbreaking scientific clinical study that proved the incredible effectiveness of the Carpal Solution.
Hello, my name is Kathy. I'm a registered nurse at a local hospital here. And for about a year, I had trouble with carpal tunnel on the right hand. And as being a nurse, also a surgical nurse, I have witnessed and seen a lot of people that have had surgery on their wrist, and most of the people that I've spoken to have had serious problems afterwards and never really quite achieved the results they'd wish to have. And I am also a little bit of a chicken, so I decided I would go into the internet and see what I could find, and the first thing that came up was the Carpal Tunnel Solution. And so I thought, well, you know, for the price, which was really good, I'd go ahead and send away for it and give it a try rather than getting the steroid injections or surgery, because that took quite a while to recover from, up to 6 to 8 weeks to recover, and I didn't have time to not be a nurse anymore. So what I did was I sent off for it. It came. Every night religiously I used the Carpal Tunnel Solution, and within 6 weeks, and it is true, my carpal tunnel was gone.
Carpal tunnel affects, you know, my everyday activities, from flipping the remote channel to watch television, to doing the laundry, to, you know, picking up objects. I get sharp pains, but now that I've used the Carpal Tunnel Solution, it actually has helped reduce that to almost erasing that point in my life.
I'm able to maintain my lifestyle as it's been for the last 10 years. I can still garden, I can still play with my grandkids, I can still swim, I can do all those things I did without that tingly feeling and without the pain.
Welcome back to Incredible Discoveries. I sure hope you're listening to all of these incredible stories we're hearing about just how quickly and gently the Carpal Solution works to relieve the symptoms of carpal tunnel syndrome. Now, to help us explain how this incredible discovery works, we've invited Donna, Director of Customer Service for the Carpal Solution. Thanks for joining us, Donna.
Thanks for having me.
Hey, Donna, how you doing?
Good.
I want to know how the Carpal Solution works.
Sure. The Carpal Solution works by gently tugging on 3 areas in the palm of the hand. It gently lifts and separates the soft tissue that is pressing down on the median nerve. And
that makes sense.
Yeah, by doing that, it increases the circulation, the blood flow is able to get down into the hand, and it eliminates all of that tingling, numbness, burning sensation that people have.
Right.
And it's worn at nighttime while you're sleeping.
Really? So you don't wear it during the day at all?
Not at all. What happens is you put it on, you wear it for 6 to 8 hours when your hand is in a relaxed position, because you're sleeping.
Right.
You don't need to put it in any special position or anything like that. And while you're sleeping, the Carpal Solution is doing its job. It's gently lifting that soft tissue by reshaping and decompressing it, and allowing the blood and cellular regeneration to occur.
That is incredible. You know, I'm looking at it, and by you talking about it, I just picture like a brace or something.
Exactly.
And then I see this, I'm like, okay, this is very simple. Can you show me how this works, like how
Sure.
you put it on?
It's extremely easy to put on. It's a soft polymer material.
It's very soft. Feel that. Yeah.
See how soft it is?
Right?
Oh, look at that,
Yeah,
it is.
it's similar to like a bathing cap.
That's what it feels like, exactly. Yeah.
And it's got 3 adhesive strips. It's like a film adhesive.
Okay.
So you just put it on the back of your hand like this.
Okay.
And what it's got is a little visual aid here. It's got this circle. So when you are putting it on, you'll know you've got the correct tension, because that circle will become an oval.
That's wonderful.
It's one size.
Okay.
So you actually custom fit it to yourself by tearing off these strips.
Which is really good, because how many times do you buy like those braces and stuff, and you have to get the right size, and then you get it home, and it's not there. This is perfect.
Right. And so now now you can see here I have these strips in the 3 key areas.
Okay.
and the circle has turned to an oval.
It's natural. It's just your body is healing itself with the help of this.
Right.
And now no medications, right? No
No
injections,
medications,
nothing.
no steroid injections, no surgery, no physical therapy.
No exercise program that goes
No
with
exercise
it?
program.
Wow.
It's just this at night for 6 to 8 hours while you sleep.
I love that you wear it at night. No embarrassment during the day.
Exactly. So how long before someone can expect to see some kind of results?
Actually, people start seeing results by the end of the first week.
Really?
Wow.
And a lot of people that have carpal tunnel syndrome can't do the everyday activities. They can't, put on makeup. They can't cut vegetables.
Oh, yeah.
Driving a car or reading a book.
It's like just
even.
bringing you back to life.
Exactly.
That is so good. You
Exactly.
probably hear some great stories. I mean, you're the director of customer service. I'm sure you get like really great stories that make you feel really good about
I
this.
love hearing the stories from the customers.
I knew I didn't want to give my job up because I enjoy it. So by wearing the Carpal Solution, I was still able to function well at my job and keep my career instead of, like my orthopedic doctor had told me, that I needed a career change, and I just knew that wasn't an option. So by wearing the Carpal Solution, I was still able to keep my career and do what I love.
My name is Diane, and I'm a very, very happy user of my carpal tunnel. How do you say it? My Carpal Solution? The rubber thingies. I'm a music director and accompanist in Los Angeles. I've worked here for 30 years. I do everything from blues to classical to opera, chamber music, musical theater, as well as my own compositions. I have 3 albums out of my own. And I wouldn't be able to continue working as a musician without the Carpal Solution. It's completely changed my life.
I'm a dentist, and I have a practice in Henderson, Nevada. I've had this practice for 11 years now. And I'm here today to tell you about an amazing carpal tunnel therapy called the Carpal Solution. Anybody who knows me knows that I value my time off, and being here on my day off and not with my family requires something pretty important, and I really truly think this is something pretty important. I am proud to say that I use the Carpal Solution. It's really helped me through some trying times and has come through for me. And to have the classic carpal tunnel symptoms probably about 5 years ago, where I'd have the pain that started in my fingers and worked its way up to my elbow, tingling, discomfort, especially after a long day and a lot of root canals or extractions. And then I would go home and the pain would usually subside and I was okay. About 3 years ago, my symptoms became much worse. I put together a play kitchen for my kids, and those come with about 1,000 screws, and I was putting together by hand with a screwdriver pretty much all day. By that night, the pain was excruciating and it wasn't going away. So the next day I ran out and bought one of those splints, pretty impressive looking, from about here to here, and started wearing that all night. I would wear that between patients, I'd wear it after work, and it wasn't doing anything. So I started to get pretty anxious, and I was pretty devastated, thinking day and night about how much longer am I going to be able to perform as a dentist, and how soon am I going to have to sell my practice, and how am I going to take care of my family. And wasn't sleeping very well, not just because of the pain that I was having at night, but because of the anxiety, and it was affecting my husband too, and he saw what I was going through. So he decided to go on the internet. He's kind of a computer guy, and started looking everything up and researching, and spent pretty much an entire day trying to find some alternate therapies for me, because I am not a surgery person anyway, but with what I do and the fine motor skills that you need to really be a good dentist, my fear of the risk of losing that was just as bad as, not having my practice anymore, because I probably would have to give up my practice. So when he went and looked and saw what doctors were saying and people were saying about the Carpal Solution, he decided to order it. And I didn't know anything about it until he gave it to me one night when it had come in the mail and asked me to use it. When I looked at it and kind of the simplicity of it, kind of chuckled to myself and thought, well, I'll appease him And I know he did some pretty hard research, so I'll use it, I'll try it. And then when it doesn't work, then he knows that I at least put in the effort and did it. So I put it on the first night, and the next morning I felt a little bit better, and I thought, well, it's probably just in my head. I'm not going to jump to any conclusions because I know how bad it's been. And I wore it again the next couple of nights, and before I knew it, probably about a week and a half, I was feeling better. So I was elated. I realized that the Carpal Solution was actually my solution now for the carpal tunnel symptoms. So now I don't think about how soon am I going to sell my practice. Now I think about how long am I going to get to enjoy practicing dentistry and enjoying the profession that I've loved for so long.
I am 44 years old. I run a residential cleaning service, which of course is very labor intensive. I'm always out there with the gals, and we're scrubbing and, you know, working hard with our hands and scraping off things, ripping out old caulk, redoing, just a lot of physical work. In addition to that, I just love to be physically active. I've abused my body my whole entire life. And so about, I want to say 6-7 months ago, I started to develop just some unusual pain in my wrists and forearms to where it just hurt, especially to torque anything. I noticed I started dropping things at clients' homes, or nearly dropping them, and thinking, I'm losing the use of my hands. I can't rely on them anymore. And then it became increasingly painful just to do a simple task like wiping blinds, just anything that would bend or use my hands. And I thought, oh no, I'm out of business. This is not a business, it's very hands-on. I don't want to leave it to the girls to do alone. And so I thought, I love what I do, and I'm done. In addition to that, I won't any longer be able to do any weeding, carving, woodworking, to use a hand plane, chopping out dovetails. Everything that I tried to do was just excruciatingly painful, to the point where I was just in tears. And so I got online. I knew I wasn't going to have surgery. Tried everything. I take a lot of supplements and eat carefully, and nothing seemed to really help except resting it. Well, rest is impractical when you're an active person. So I found the Carpal Tunnel Solution, and I thought, just the hope of something that would be able to help. And so I ordered them right away, and noticed in about the first 2 weeks not really any change. But then about maybe week 3, I started to notice that I could do things. And here's how bad I am. I start to feel better, so do I rest my body so that I can get all the way better? No! I'm going out there to pull that awful perennial ryegrass that's sprouted all over my yard, which I'm trying to eradicate so the Bermuda can take hold. So I just kept actively working, and I've got this carving I'm trying to finish on a file cabinet that I'm building, and so I used my body hard, but still, I was okay. And I'd put those things on every couple of nights and wake up and be fine. And I thought, this is amazing. There is no way. I could not have done 2 minutes of the kind of pulling, with the weed popper thing, where you're twisting and yanking. I couldn't have done that for 2 minutes, and I'm doing it for 6 hours in a row. Now I am at about 7 weeks after starting the treatment. I'm perfect. Every once in a while I notice a little twinge, and I had it in both hands, a little twinge somewhere, and so I just put those little guys on maybe once a week, and it's amazing. I have my whole full entire use of my body back. I feel perfect. I'm not going out of business. I'm not shutting down woodworking. I'm not hiring a gardener, and I just am so thankful. It's changed my life. I could not have done this before the Carpal Solution. Carpal Solution therapy has totally given me back my life.
That's incredible.
See, that's what I like about it. It's a natural cure. There's no surgery, nothing else. So.
It's so easy. It's so easy to use. You wear it at home. It doesn't interrupt your daily activities.
This is very touching, though, and I'm sure you get a lot of those. And
I hear so many great stories.
It's great. I mean, it's a wonderful product, and to hear the advantages that people have had using it, it makes it worth it.
Yeah, it's wonderful to hear how this product, the Carpal Solution, is able to give people their lives back.
I just want to thank you so much, Donna. It's been a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being on.
In just 1 short week, the Carpal Solution can make a difference in your life. And to prove how effective the Carpal Solution is, we utilized thermal imaging technology. This person suffers from carpal tunnel syndrome. Notice the blue areas. That's where blood circulation is being restricted. Now look at this image of the same hand after using the Carpal Solution. You can see the pink areas representing increased blood circulation. Amazing proof the Carpal Solution works. I've got news for you. The tingling, numbness, or pain in your fingers and hand is not going to go away just because you ignore it.
You may be one of millions suffering from carpal tunnel syndrome. CTS has become one of the most debilitating conditions of our modern work regimen and lifestyle.
People from all backgrounds with various working conditions and hobbies are reporting pain and discomfort stemming from CTS.
The economics of carpal tunnel syndrome are astounding. Did you know it is the biggest single contributor to lost time at work, with workers' compensation costs estimated at over $20 billion per year due to CTS? In fact, it is estimated that insurers spend over $5 billion per year in conventional carpal tunnel syndrome therapy.
The numbers are staggering, and traditionally people suffering from CTS symptoms had only paralyzing wrist supports or splints, oral pain relievers, local cortisone injections, or even painful, expensive surgery to help them.
And these problematic and very invasive therapies have no guarantee of working, even after the agony of long-term treatment or repeated surgeries.
But finally, there is a better solution, the Carpal Solution.
The Carpal Solution is a non-invasive, source-specific treatment that actually works overnight while you sleep.
In fact, most Carpal Solution users report relief in just a few nights.
Matter of a few days after starting to wear this Carpal Solution, the pain was less. The burning was gone. It was not there anymore.
It started working after, I'd say, 4 or 5 days. I noticed an immediate response to not having pain in my left wrist.
I went to therapy for 6 months trying to relieve it. I wanted to avoid surgery. And this is the only, I can't believe it, this is the only product that has ever helped me.
The Carpal Solution is truly revolutionizing the way CTS sufferers deal with their pain.
Here's how it works. The Carpal Solution gently tugs simultaneously at 3 key points on the palm surrounding the carpal tunnel while you sleep. Consistent, gentle pulling action applied for 6 to 8 hours while your hand is relaxed decompresses and gradually reshapes the soft tissue around the carpal tunnel.
Carpal Solution combines a patented, gentle soft tissue reshaping mechanism during sleep with active use during the day. And the result is an ideal rhythmic therapy for rapid relief from carpal tunnel syndrome symptoms with no muscle atrophy or time away from work. Then your hand rehabilitates through normal use as the pain is relieved.
Watch, the elastic centerpiece on the back of the hand provides the gentle tension needed to gradually reshape the soft tissue around the carpal tunnel.
The Carpal Solution has been shown to enhance blood circulation to the hand as pressure is relieved from the base of the hand in and around the carpal tunnel. Externally constricted blood vessels are allowed to return to full blood flow.
Increased nutrient and oxygen-rich blood circulation reinvigorates the hand naturally and helps contribute to rapid, reliable recovery from carpal tunnel syndrome symptoms.
The greatest thing about the Carpal Solution is it's just so simple. You just tape it on and you don't really even feel that they're on there.
It treats the cause. It alleviates the cause. A lot of things can treat symptoms, but if you don't deal with the cause, the symptoms just come back.
The Carpal Solution is, like I say, it's like a miracle. It's like a godsend. It's something that is not like anything else that's out there, and it's so easy to use and so comfortable, and you avoid surgery. Most people will be able to avoid surgery.
Patients have come back and just said, it works. After a couple of days, I put this on and it relieves the pain in my hand. I'm sleeping better at night.
This is a great product, and I will continue to use it as well as recommend it to my patients.
Take control of your pain today with the Carpal Solution, the new physician-developed, non-invasive self-treatment therapy designed for self-application and home use, allows you to be proactive in managing the painful symptoms, minimize sleep loss, and remain actively employed.
Remember, this unique, affordable device is designed to be worn at night, during sleep, when the hand is relaxed, and in the privacy of your own home. Now, you've already seen it is not an immobilizing brace or a night splint, so you know you'll be able to sleep comfortably.
It's time you stop ignoring the tingling, numbness, and pain. It won't go away overnight unless you're wearing the Carpal Solution.
And you don't have to be afraid of invasive treatments anymore. The Carpal Solution makes relief easy and fast.
You can take back your life with your own hands.
Get the Carpal Solution today, and you take control.